Yo, let's do some Grotesque Guardians. The Grotesque Guardians are the Gargoyle Slayer boss located on the rooftop of the Mauritania Slayer Tower. This boss can only be fought while on a Gargoyle Slayer task, requiring level 75 Slayer. In order to unlock the rooftop and access this boss, you must obtain a brittle key. The key can only be obtained from gargoyles while fought on a Slayer task. The drop rate is 1 in 150. With the rooftop unlocked, let's get ready for the fight. You'll need both a range and melee setup. In this example, I will be using budget gear. My range gear is a magic shortbow, rune arrows, and black d'hide. The melee switch will be a dragon scimitar and rune armor. Here are the melee and ranged gear progression guides as recommended by the OSRS wiki. Use the best gear you have available. Following this example, I'll do a faster kill in a higher end setup to show you what that looks like. In my inventory, I have my melee switch, prayer pots, and food. Remember to bring a rock hammer, rock thrown hammer, or granite hammer to finish off the boss like you use to kill regular gargoyles. You should also bring a super combat and range pot, but for this example I wanted to show you a kill in budget gear with no stat boosting pots and without offensive prayers to illustrate that you don't need anything special to be successful at this boss. This guide will hit the highlights of what you need to know to get started at Grotesque Guardians. Alright, now let's learn the fight. Ring the bell to start the fight. For phase 1, be in your range setup, pray range, and attack Dawn. You'll also be attacked by Dusk with melee during this phase. Once Dawn is below 248 HP, she will fly away and phase 2 begins. Switch into your melee gear, pray melee, and attack Dusk. After Dusk does 2 auto attacks, he will fold his wings and glow a golden color. Step back at least 1 tile when this occurs, or you will be thrown back and take a large amount of damage. When boulders fall from the sky, make sure you are 2 tiles away or you will take damage and be stunned for a long period of time. Do not walk underneath Dusk during phase 2 or phase 4, or you will be stomped and take damage. Once Dusk is below 248 HP, Dawn will return and phase 3 will begin. At the beginning of this phase, purple and gold lightning will appear on the ground. Move so that you are 2 tiles away from these or else you will take continued damage. Also during this time, Dawn is not targetable. Focus on moving to a safe location and switch into your range gear. After the lightning is gone, pray range and attack Dawn. Next, 3 purple energy spheres will be released. Run and absorb each of these spheres. If you do not absorb the spheres, after a period of time they will fly back to Dawn, healing her significantly. Now range Dawn and hit her with the rock hammer to complete phase 3. Phase 4 begins with Dusk throwing you into a prison of fire. Simply click outside the box to run out. If you do not run out quickly, you will be burned for a large amount of damage. If the only exit is directly against the wall, then you must go to that one specific tile and wait for the flames to appear before you can move again. Here's a clip from a different kill so you can see what that looks like. Alright, now back to our budget kill. Now run back to Dusk with your melee gear on and attack. In Phase 4, Dusk attacks with both melee and range. While you cannot always know what attack is coming, Dusk is more likely to repeat the attack he just did. If you see the range attack, shown by 2 purple spheres being thrown at you, switch to range prey. If you see the singular melee attack, switch to melee prey. Continue to melee Dusk, and then hit him with the rock hammer to finish the fight. As you can see, I have plenty of supplies left over for multi-kill trips. Now let's do a kill in a higher end setup. Here I'm using the Venator bow for my ranged weapon and the scythe for my melee weapon. When using the Venator bow, you want Dawn and Dusk to be stacked up or offset by 1 tile so that you can take advantage of the Venator bow's passive ricochet effect. In Phase 3, if you are able to do enough damage fast enough, you can defeat Dawn before the healing orbs arrive, greatly speeding up the kill. And there's a pretty fast kill with a higher end setup. Now get out there and get some KC. Good luck!